Oh, all right, Bourbon Quest. It's your host, Bourbon Steve. What do we have for you tonight? Well, it's a little Woodford batch proof. That's right. But first, stay hydrated, my friends. I ain't gonna lie. I just got through. It was probably like 3/4 of the way empty. So we went ahead and before we're shooting tonight, we finished off a bottle of Buffalo Trace to get us a little warmed up. And then, so I picked up this bottle this week. It's the Woodford Batch Proof, this year's edition, coming in at 118.4 proof. Just picked this up a day or two ago. And so we're going to be doing it compared to, so this is 2022's version. We have 2020 and 2021's version. And I'm going to be honest with you. So we're going to go through all three of these. But I keep I've got like 645 bottles in my collection. There's like, and when I say that, there's 240 out in the bourbon graveyard. There's another roughly 140 opened, so at least about 300 unopened, blah, blah, blah. But I was preparing to do this video, and I could not find the 2020 version. There you have it. It's 123.6 proof. And I couldn't find it. I was like so pissed. I spent a good 30 minutes looking for that bottle because I didn't have it in my inventory with bottles killed. I had it in my inventory of bottles open. I had it in my inventory of bottles purchased. And yet I couldn't find. I spent like I think it's because it was a different bottle design than the last 2 years. I spent like 30 minutes. I was about to beat somebody's ass. I thought somebody stole my bottle. It took me about a 30-minute search, and I finally found it. I was like, gee, I knew I had it. I couldn't find it in the bourbon graveyard. I was like, well, maybe I killed it and didn't mark it off. That wasn't the case. I knew I'd purchased it. I knew I'd opened it. I went and researched my videos when I last did that bottle. I was like, what the hell? But I think it was because it was a different bottle design than the last 2 years. Between my 140 bottles that are currently open on those shelves, I was looking through them and could not find it. But ultimately I did. So, yeah, that's my dumbass fault. Apologies, but stay hydrated, my friends. So, we're going to go through all three of these. So we have the 2020 version, which is in this bottle here, that took me 30 minutes to freaking find. 123.6 proof. So let's pour a little bit into our glass. And then we got last year's version, which is the highest proof Woodford ever. And that is, luckily, I have one more of these. Haha! But it's 128.3 proof. So we're going to pour a little bit in the glass there for last year's version. And then, last but not least, this will be an uncorking, the latest version I just got like a day or two ago. I know some other people have already done some reviews on it, and I hear it's pretty freaking great. So, alright. Pause for cork pop. Oh, we got it. There we go. Pause, pop, America. Hell yeah. So, that's the latest version, and this is coming in at 118.4 proof. So we're going to pour in the glass. And since it's a new uncorking, it will go into the infinity bottle. A little 2-ounce pour. Alright. We got that out of the way. So let's review them one by one. We'll start with 2020, then 2021, and then 2022. So first off, and these are all batch proof. I mean, it's like cherry cola, vanilla, a little bit of spice. Yeah, it's definitely cherry cola. This is 2020 version. It's like sweet cherry, vanilla, apple, caramel. That's quite good. Stay hydrated, my friends. That's really delicious. I'm lucky to be able to have gotten the batch proof for the last 3 years since I started my bourbon quest. Hey, let me know what you think. Have you had any, all, or whatever of the Woodford batch proof? I'm a big fan. Like, another highly allocated, hard to get. I've been fortunate to be able to get all three, but this is, we're on the 2021, 2020. I said 2021, which it's the you know what I'm saying. No, it's like cherry cola, green apple. I mean, there's some spice on that. Oh yeah, more of that caramel apple, the spice, cherry, vanilla. That's really delicious. All right, let's move on to the second one. We'll continue to stay hydrated. All right. So the next is last year's version, 2021, which is the highest proof ever for Woodford, 128.3. Yes, sir. Oh, we already got it there. So I kind of like these. You know, I like the first version, but I really like the bottle design of the latest version. It looks like a bowling pin. For all you bowlers out there. This is different. It's more vanilla caramel. Even though it's higher proof, it doesn't come off as that. I mean, it's vanilla caramel, touch of milk chocolate, a slight bit of orange. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Oh. No, you get that proof up front, and it's cherry, orange, green apple, vanilla. That's freaking fantastic. It's better than the first one. Yeah, the nose is more complex. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, it's I mean, nice viscosity. It's cherry, apple, vanilla, milk chocolate. I mean, yeah, last year's versions, 2021 is definitely better than 2020, in my opinion. Alright, let's go hydrate and then go for this year's version, which I just picked up a day or two ago. So this is 118, was it 0.4? Yeah, 118.4. And from other whiskey tubers, I've heard it's like the best of all of them, but we'll see. The noses are fairly similar. This one comes off a little bit more rich and darker. Was it darker in color? Oh yeah, it's also darker in color. So maybe a little bit more age on this year's. But I still get that cherry, green apple, vanilla, caramel, spice. Oh. More viscosity, more milky, more caramel, vanilla. I think from what I've seen on the other reviews, they're right. I think this is the best of the bunch. Alright, do a little bit of water and go back in and compare. Yeah, it's going to be between this year and last year's, but I think, especially on our neck pour, this is freaking fantastic. I paid $130, well, $129.99, $130. Well worth it. If you can get it. Alright. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Oh yeah. I mean, there's that vanilla, caramel, cherry, honey, great viscosity, good hug. I mean, I think last year's got a lot of acclaim specifically because of its proof. And we'll go back and try it, but I think, 118.4 is no slouch. It still delivers on the viscosity, the mouthfeel, the complexity. I actually think it's better than last year's, but more water. Yeah, so last year's is more spice, definitely more proof, but I don't think it's as complex or as enjoyable. We go back to this year's. Oh yeah, much more beautiful on the nose. Yeah. All three actually are a buy. But I definitely think it's gotten better with time. I would definitely rank this year's version first, last year's version second, and then 2020's version last. But if you can get, so they come in around 130, which I think is about right. I'd pay 130 for this. I'd pay 130 for this. I would go up to 150 on the latest version. Honestly, I bought it for 130, but I would have no problem paying 150. Would I pay 200? No. I'd pay. It's I bought it for 130. It's good enough and allocated enough to where I'd be willing to pay 150, but not anything more than that. So, this is good to see. Like, they've gotten better over time with their batch proofs. I would definitely rank them first, second, third, and that just goes to show you proof's not everything. Because if we were just going off proof, you'd go over last year's, which is great, but this is more complex, more intriguing, more enjoyable. But they definitely, all three are a buy. Alright, So we're gonna wrap it up, say goodnight, but thanks all you Bourbon Quest fans. If you're not one yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It didn't cost you anything. You can ring that bell for notifications. That way you don't miss a damn thing, because we got a lot of shit planned in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, leave a comment, smash that like button. Let me know what you think of these. But I'm pleased that they have advanced, because I would go 3, 2, 1, and then hopefully next year is even better. But you know, your chances of finding the last two are probably slim, but you can probably still get this 118.4 proof Woodford Reserve. And if you can, I bought it for $130. It's worth $150. If they're asking more for that, then tell them to go fuck themselves. Because I'm tired of this shit about hard to find or allocated whiskeys trying to like charge. I mean, like I said, I don't mind paying a premium. If it's $130 and you want to charge me $150 and it's hard to get, it's allocated, I'm fine with that. But when you try to charge me $200, no, I'm not playing that game, because I can get a Wild Turkey 101 that's, well, maybe not as good, but it has its purpose. And I'm not playing that game where I'm going to pay a 100% premium for an allocated whiskey. Now, will I pay a 10 to 20% premium? I don't have a problem with that. But above and beyond that, it's more than likely not worth it. I mean, it's not going to change your life. So, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Alright. I should probably wrap it up and call it a night. Hit me up. So, yeah, I'll follow up with this in the next video. That's a wrap for tonight. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. All three of these are great. If you can buy them for, around retail, do it. Anything more than $10 above retail, I'd pass. I mean, it's not life changing. They're good, but alright, that's a wrap. I gotta go. Woohoo! I'll make it.